Welcome, GMAN Division 3A, to your weekly recap. I am, of course, Gunnar Sandra Belazra.
Hello.
This time, not in fact streamed, because I pressed the correct button.
Hooray.
So, I learned from my past mistakes, and should all be in order now. To be fair, the buttons are right next to each other,
They are right next to each other.
and they look the same, other than a minor
One saying
difference.
stream and one saying record.
No, one says start streaming, one says start recording. So it's even worse.
Oh well. Well, at least it shows that you've got scope to do like a special live recap if we ever had to do that. God forbid.
Right. I guess.
Imagine getting. Yeah.
It wouldn't be the worst thing, perhaps.
Oh, dude, we'd get called out for our terrible predictions in real time.
Oh no. If anyone would even watch. I actually did.
Yeah, if anyone would even. That's a good point.
I think like 2 seasons ago I actually did recording recaps, but it was for the invitational for the one thing, the PC Gamer Invitational or something?
Eurogamer Open.
Eurogame Invitational.
Because I know, because I was in that. I was the one reroll Nurgle team with 3 pesticles.
Right. So me.
Still came 7th.
Right, so I did the recaps there on stream, and of like the 50 coaches or something that was in the Div we recapped, there were like 2 watching. So that was sick.
Oh man. I didn't even know you did them, and I was in that tournament, so maybe you didn't market it very well.
They probably didn't. Well, we probably didn't.
I know.
But yeah, we should focus on this recap. We'll start off with Freya's Guard tying the Supremacist Runners. I think we both predicted Freya's Guard here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Supremacist Runners managing to take a point away from 2nd place. Let me have a look at the game.
Well, 2 points, sort of.
Yeah, sorry, take 2 points away.
Well, 4 passes for the Supremacist Runners is, I like it.
Yeah, they're doing a bit of work. Getting that important level to whatever that I'm looking forward to seeing that level on the thrower, because it could be a spicy one. Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing. That's the thing I find with Norts. Well, let's be fair, they weren't removed at all here, but
no.
I just feel like they're a bit exploitable for an Agi team.
I feel like they do sort of well against Agi though. They have the movement, they have the damage.
Yeah, but the damage did not fire at all. I mean, look at it. Lord Mad. Like the 2 Berserkers got no casualties.
No, with Freya's Guard got 49 blocks exceeded. He got 8 removals.
Yeah.
I don't know. Damage
how expected is that?
I don't know.
2 expulsions. I guess the foul game probably didn't turn up.
I mean, look at this, right? The armor for Freya's Guard was 73%. It was 36% for the Supremacist Runners.
And they still managed to get a point.
I guess that's what kept them from scoring twice.
Yeah. Man, maybe Steam felt a bit robbed.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like a lot of 24 armor breaks into what, 5 removals?
Well,
more than. Sorry, 10. Jeez, 10 removals.
10? 2 of them.
Yeah, 5 KOs, 5 KOs sustained, 5 casualties sustained. So I don't know. Norse just not being able to get through the gaps, I suppose. Or maybe there was some elf bullshit, potentially.
Sure, there was a wizard in play after all.
Oh yeah, there was. Wizard Stadium. Oh no, wait, what?
Must have been a wizard, right? I mean, I'm just
guessing. They're dead level on TV and no Wizard Stadium.
Oh no, I guess there wasn't a wizard.
The only inducement was Boomer for the Norse. No Boomer MVP this time, however. Right. I feel like Boomer against an Agi team is a bit interesting, isn't it? Because, you can't really get the most out of them because they'll just get intercepted like half the time.
I mean, you don't take Boomer for the bombs, do you?
Oh, that's true. Well, they don't have any Mighty Blow. Maybe it was just I have 10. They did have 10k and it was at home, so it only cost 10k. So I guess it was a 10k fouling piece.
Yeah, 10k piece you put on the LOS and you avoid the AV7 hit.
That's true. Bit of durability. Cool.
Onwards to the REBBL Ogre also tying a game against the Urukaikus. Here's a game.
Yeah, Ogre's getting a point.
Didn't expect this one.
No, I don't think I did either.
Very equal in terms of blocks and very equal in terms of removals. So I guess that's where that tie went to.
Oh, only one Noblar was injured,
Ooh,
and that's interesting. No expulsions either.
doesn't look like
Oh,
it.
this is a weird game. So Grotty and Brick Farth were induced, as well as a 15-man ogre roster. Wait, what? How's that even possible? I guess Grotty comes with Brick Farth. So the ogres had 17 rostered players to start this game.
Surely not rostered because that's impossible.
Sorry, 15 and 2-star players.
Right.
Because I think Grotty comes for free or something. But I guess
Yeah, I
the
think he
orcs just
does.
couldn't.
He's free when you get the one guy.
Yeah. But the thing is, only one Noblar was ever injured.
Nice bench.
So he had a massive bench. And there were no expulsions either, so I guess unless there were loads of KOs. No, there's only 3 KOs for the Orcs. God, they really struggled, didn't they? I guess if you have 5 ogres and Brick Farth, you can really... Yeah, that's 6 strength 5 upwards on the pitch.
Yep.
So I guess I guess even the Orcs would struggle against that, I suppose.
Sure.
Troll being less reliable. I don't know if you noticed, but Bento, the second goblin on the Assault roster, has picked up an MVP, so
I
I'm
did
looking
see
forward
that.
to seeing
He
their
picked up a
level.
level 2 with it.
Yeah, that'll be fun. A second goblin. This is definitely a fun Orc team, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when who was it? Was it Razda who rostered 2 goblins or something?
God, I don't remember. I just know he played orcs. Don't know if he
Yeah,
was the
because we
meme
recapped
orcs or
it, and
not.
he was like, all the recappers are making fun of my team because he had like 2 goblins and a troll to start the season. And to be fair, I think he still went to playoffs. So what do we know? 2 goblins is apparently the way to do it.
I guess.
But couldn't do it against the ogres today, sadly.
Oh well. Hatrix loses against the Tridentum Execrata.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, finally bites the dust with his pretty bad team, which he's been doing quite well with.
Yeah, I think even though no Kaz's were done, like the Claw Wolf didn't get any casualties, or the blocker, like literally no chalk casualties whatsoever. But 6 KOs received. So Necro got the removals, I guess. KOs were enough to do the job on their offense, and then just couldn't get through.
Necro did more damage, and at that point, what advantage did the Chorus have over the Necro, right?
Might have been one of those where just the KO rolls, like 6 knockouts. Maybe the KOs weren't very good.
Potentially.
You know, like
well,
strength
I checked
4
that.
got KO'd. One of the bulls got KO'd and like didn't come back, and then
No,
you're sort of just like,
they all
came back. Oh, so that's interesting. Yeah, Necro. I think it's probably the first time this season that Barzak's just like rocks up and being like, they've got way more skills than I do, and they're probably not. I assume, they're not making any crazy mistakes I can exploit.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I just lose.
Yeah.
That's what we thought would happen every single game, but it's only happened this time.
Yep. That's
Anyway.
surprising.
Kind of surprising, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Serpents of Inaruk tie against the Doctor with Grog. We have a lot of ties this week so far.
Lots of ties.
But it's a dwarf game, so what do you really expect, huh?
That's true. Well, there are some Agi here, so.
Oh, the MVP on the movement busted Longbeard. So I guess the Dark Elves did some damage.
Not too much damage. Only 2 injuries.
No, actually pretty decent in terms of damage because 35 versus 40 block. So the Dark Elves got a fraction less blocks.
They do have Mighty Blow piling on.
They do, and they got 1 KO and 2 injuries versus the 3 KOs and 3 injuries versus the Dwarves got. So all in all, relatively.
I think Dwarf Coach probably happy with a point. Couldn't get rid of any Dark Elves. They've got. To be fair, there's no Agi ups on this Dark Elf team, and this is a fairly well developed Dwarf team. I don't know. What do you think about Dwarf versus Agi, like this sort of TV? Because in my head, I always favour the Agi coach in that matchup because Dwarves are so slow. But I guess they have the movement 8 and the movement 7 runners.
I was lucky enough to face very few dwarves when I was playing my Isles.
Yeah, they're not a very popular team, Dwarves.
on one hand, the mass tackle from the dwarves really sucks. But on the other hand, they're so slow compared to the elves that you can really make some plays. Like, I
Yeah, I
think
think.
with my
Yeah,
high
sorry.
elves, they weren't that tough because you could just run away from them and your scoring threat was just so far away from everyone else they could just easily pass them and you'd score, and that's fine. But stopping them is sort of difficult, so 1-1.
Yeah, very difficult in this case because they have 4 stand firm.
Right, especially if you don't have a
So they can
wizard.
just have a line across the middle of the pits, just step forward in unless you roll like unless you have a juggernaut, you can't like they've gained that
Yeah,
space. You can't get it back off them.
it's like unless you have a unless they lack like stand firm like you said and you don't have a wizard, I think stopping them or making it anything else than a draw is very difficult.
Yeah. I do think the level 6 movement 8 runner and the wrestle runner that's movement 7 are really going to help that team against the Agi, and it showed here because in my head I think this was a Dark Elf win, but Dwarves managed to get the draw.
hmm Then we have a non-tie. It's maybe a season winning against Dr. Flusman, so that's a high elf victory there.
Yeah, nice high elf win. Good stuff.
No bias. 46 blocks
Absolutely no
against
bias.
35. Actually, like 100% bias, and we're not afraid to show it. Um,
Yeah,
4 removals versus 5 removals, so getting out removed by high elves here is
that is something, isn't it?
not ideal. He also got a movement bust on one of his.
Yeah, the kit got movement busted.
Oh, well then maybe he was movement busted already. Um, yeah, I guess. I mean, what can you really say about this one? Like, more removals for the high elves, and
Yeah,
they won.
High elves able to beat Nuggle. I don't know. It's Nuggle just got that one wrestle tackle now, but against such reckless Agi 5 and strong arm accurate thrower. Because the thing is, once you get strong arm and accurate, you don't even need to worry about stinks. You can just throw long passes
Yep.
from outside of stink range to outside of stink range,
Stink
or
really
like
only becomes an
or like
issue
in one or like
aggressive,
in one stink range because they can only because all their Nurgle warriors are locked up on your line elves
ideally.
on the LOS, and they can only really send one back. So you just run a catcher through, like 2+ pass, 3+ catch, easy game.
Yep. Yep. Then we have the bye week,
Hmm.
which I'm not gonna confirm, and then the Valagas Ass Kickers losing against Zombie and his team.
Yeah, Zombane actually absolutely turning up because this is the first place team. I think this is their second loss of the season. So Zombane proving that he actually knows how to play the game.
By
They're
dicing
the big
someone,
fan.
apparently. I mean, look at this.
Oh yeah, 7K. What were the KO rolls like?
The KO roll for the Valagas Ass Kickers was 20%. So they
Ah, on
basically
7K.
lost all out.
Jeez.
So yeah, I mean, it's Chaos versus Nurgle, and the Nurgle team vastly outremoved the Chaos team. This
Shock.
is basically what happened against Jimmy, except in reverse.
Well, yeah,
And probably with less perms.
with no perms, no deaths either. I think Tiacles it looks pretty much locked for playoffs.
Sure, I don't think he
So
feels too bad about this win.
maybe I feel like it might have been when they went 1-0 down. They were like, "All right, let's just make sure we don't die here," because this is pretty much a dead rubber game. And what's it next week actually? Let me just flick ahead. They are playing. Who have they got left? They've got. What team are they again? Ass Kickers. Yeah, they're playing the Orcs, and then they're playing the some Elves. So they've still got a face bit piling on, but they don't have any. This is their last claw game, so they might have just stepped back a bit. So yeah, what we're saying is Zombane diced them in the first half, and then they might have just soft conceded. So it's not really that important a win for Zombane.
Nah.
You'd love to see it. Nah, I'm joking. We didn't actually see the game. I'm sure it was an interesting game.
Maybe.
Oh,
I mean, the Chaos did get 3 passes off, which is a victory in and of
yeah,
itself.
that is a victory in and of itself. They got 2 level ups. A pretty big win, I'd say. Both teams happy, I think, with that game.
Probably. Oh, and that was that in terms of last week's games. Amazing. Can go on now to development. We'll start with maybe a season. Basman's Grob's High Elves.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if any other elves died. Well, they got. Oh Jesus. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Let's see. The the lineman with kick is now movement 4.
Yep.
Still on the team.
Probably not for long.
No, this is a very slow high up team now, isn't it? They've got that movement 5 lino, the movement 6 catcher.
Looking more and more like a Dark Elf team, really.
It is. It is. It's a Dark Elf team with a good thrower, though. That AG5 is nice. It's really tough, though. I think once you run a second catcher, like a second catcher. Yeah. Because I mean, what my worry is the throwers are running out of people to throw to. Apart from, please not to face. And the AG5. It's not really any. There's not many dedicated, just like block, dodge, fend or something like it.
I really hate the way he has his team set up here. He has 2 wrestle catchers already, so he definitely goes one block.
Do you go to a 4th catcher?
At this point, I probably would. Is that a sneaky good lineman? It is.
Yeah, it is.
Did we miss that?
I must have done.
What a monstrosity.
No, I remember talking about that. I think it's quite an old thing. I think he's had it for a few weeks, but when we did notice it definitely.
Okay.
I remember talking about that at some point.
I'd probably take the catcher. I mean, all of his catchers right now have a Rog or better.
Yeah, it would be the spot for another catcher.
Although
They have only got one blitzer, and their blitzer that's new is M&G.
Having to focus on 2 development pieces would be sort of annoying, even if one already has block.
I think you might hold off for now. Level the blitzer, level the wrestle tackle to get to like strip ball or like a 3rd skill. Oh, I don't know. I think you just got to expect that the Rivermar is going to now just be. Oh, I don't want to say expendable, but like, do you still have Apo rights? Because you got a nice replacement like coming through.
Who?
The strip.
Oh,
the
Rivermar,
movement
that
6
guy.
catcher.
Nah, even with movement 6, you don't replace him.
You still give him Apo rights.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I guess.
Because tackles, leap, strip.
I guess leap strip is just too good. Too useful.
Like of all pieces, like that catcher needs it like sort of the least almost, because that catcher isn't like, he's not a, oh god, the word escapes me, but let's take for example saves your puppies from fires. Like he's like sort of like in the back and he protects against potatoes. He's a sweeper, I guess you'd call it. But Tralek Rivermar isn't that. He's a cage diver. He does one thing and he does it really well. He doesn't need the movement to get all over the pitch to chase people down, because that's what saves puppies from fire is there for.
Yeah, exactly. It's for both. I agree. It's for both matchups. Like in the bash matchup, you just sit Rivermar like, one off the front of your screen, pretty safe. Whereas save puppies from catches is save puppies from fires is your sweeper in the edgy game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do agree. It's pretty solid. And it's winning in games.
Probably.
I don't know.
I mean, I had a piece exactly like this, I think. Yeah, exactly like this. And he was movement 8, and like he didn't need the movement really. He was an amazing piece. I gotta give it to him. He was amazing when he didn't like 1 in 9 leaps. But he really, movement 6 is fine. My experience. Yeah. Didn't get any levels, so we'll move on to the Uruk Haikus. He gets 1 level, and it's on the Wrestle Dodge Orc. I think that's right.
No.
No.
You got 2 levels. One on the Goblin and one on the Rookie Blitz.
I'm looking at the wrong week.
Oh.
Right.
Your,
we just get the right
your mic
week.
is very crackly, by the way.
My mic?
Yeah, it's coming through on my end.
Ah, God. Well, the thing is that my headset is actually sort of falling apart, but I can't really order any replacement with the whole plague. So that's cool.
It's okay now. It was just a moment. It was just like bit scratchy.
Right. Sorry about
Sorry,
that
carry on, carry
if
on.
it was on the recording, but sadly I can't do too much about it until a couple of weeks slash months from now when all this has blown
Block
over.
Goblin!
Block Goblin?
Block Goblin. Not Wrestle?
Block Goblin
Oh, yes,
is
no, Block
interesting.
Diving. He's got diving tackle, so now it's Blodge diving tackle, so
Yeah,
it's annoying.
that's okay.
And then the rookie blitzer got guard. Solid.
Yeah,
Always need
that's
more
good.
guard. They're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 guard now, so
Mhm.
halfway there, halfway to the 11 guard dream.
An 11 guard? Are you ever really gonna get there without like a couple doubles?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's got a good. I think he probably needs one more guard. Get the trolls to guard, and you're set.
Right. Looks nice enough. We'll
Good.
go over the Freya's guard now.
Hmm.
They got some levels.
They did.
The Ulf with Mighty Blow gets guard.
Cool.
Very nice.
They also hired another Ulf, so they're back up to the
Good.
2 Ulfs, which is nice.
The runner finally gets sure hands, although it's
Hey,
on the it's on
it's on
that
the
guy.
yeah, the level 2 now.
I'm surprised they didn't turn his movement 8 into his carry, I'll be honest.
Yeah, about that. That is kind of interesting. Because he can sort of carry on offense and then just be a man marker on defense. Quite a versatile piece.
Well, I don't know if you want your carrier to be a man marker, but
They're only 16 SPP away as well.
yes. So I would have expected him to wait with the sure hands there.
Maybe he lost maybe he lost a game recently because of strip ball and is scarred by the experience, so he's got sure hands.
Sure. We'll say it was that.
Bass coaches hate it when you red dice them with wrestle strip and it just goes horribly wrong. Like push is normally a good result, but strip turns it into a bad result. So
Strip is good.
yeah, I agree. I agree. I think I would have taken something else there. I don't know. What would you have taken instead of sure hands?
Dodge.
Take
Then
it.
you have another blodge.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I don't know skill access on Norse. I forgot that
Yeah.
they have.
Norse
Agi on
runners
Norse.
get Agi access.
Yeah, second blodge be. Well, that'd be a fourth blodge because both berserkers got dodge as well.
Yep. Supremacist runners.
Yep.
Got a level and some busts. The thrower with leader gets guard, which is just the worst thing I've seen in my life.
Oh god, he took guard and not strong arm.
That's real ugly.
Help! What am I seeing? That poor thrower. Do you want him to die? I don't know.
I know if he was on my team, I'd sack it. You're putting
No,
a
he was on my
leader
team,
on
I
the
feel
front
it's strong.
lines, and not just a leader, it's a leader thrower, which means like it's just horrific. This
God.
was like a golden opportunity to finally have like a strong arm, accurate piece and become a proper pro elf team, but instead you went guard. Because apparently
God, man.
guard is gonna really help you as a pro elf team at high divisions.
God, I really don't see that at all. I don't know, is there some sort of logic that I'm not seeing here? Because this team is already super fragile. Like it's one of its blitzes is armor 7. It's got 2 armor 6 linemen.
Yeah.
You're not going to win any fights even with 2 guard.
No, no way. No, not even close.
And he doesn't even have dodge, so it's not like you can, it's not like it's a catcher where you can get him into some interesting places with the guard. That's just a weird one.
Like you'll
So
use
weird.
guard, like
I think that's one of the weirdest levels I've seen this season.
he'll
Possibly
use
ever.
he'll try and
Guard
use
thrower.
it as a guard piece, and then he'll get smacked and instantly removed, and he'll lose one of his rerolls too because of it.
I don't know what. I guess they're trying to like. Yeah, it seems really weird. When would you ever use if his guard is being used, something's gone horribly wrong
I mean, not
in the
necessarily.
game. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
It's just such a weird piece to get guard on. I can understand taking guard if it was, I don't know, some blodge or blitzer who
alignment.
got it.
Any other
as a
piece that
thrower.
wasn't. Any other piece that's not your thrower, that's a perfectly fine level. But like, if you don't like throwers that much, then just don't roster them.
Yes. And he does have
I
2
played
roster
Dark Elves.
thrower, which is just
If you play Pro Elves or High Elves, you level your thrower properly, like, because they're really good.
hmm.
If you don't like passing, then
Well, I mean
what are you doing
the
with Pro
Pro
Elves?
Elf one is slightly weird because it doesn't have Nervous of Steel. No, I mean
Yeah, I get it. Safe throw.
save throw.
That is true, I suppose, but still, the logic still stands. God is still
Sure.
probably my pick of the season for like odd skill choice. Anyway, apart from that, is there any other change in the team?
I mean, both the linemen got armor busted, so they might get yeeted into the void. He has money to
Yeah,
replace them.
yeah. I don't know about the kit, but yeah, armor 6 is not fun. They are up to a bench of 2 though.
Is it really a bench of 2 when 2 of them are AV6? It's literally hitting a halfling at that point, other than the stunty.
Well, that's stunty. Yeah, well, I mean, Mighty Blow would essentially make it a stunty hit. And they have another thrower as well. They've hired games play. I've missed this, but they have a second thrower
Yes, they do.
who is a rookie. So he could get aside. I'm confused. Anyway, should we move on from this?
We shall. I was gonna go on to Rebel Ogre, but they have
Bonfire.
no new anything. So we'll go to the
That's a shame.
Urakakus.
Yorikaku.
No, wait, we've looked at the Urakakus.
No, we've already had that.
already.
Yeah, we've had that.
So we'll not look at the Urakakus, we'll look at Hatrix, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, they have 1 level and it was on a Hobgoblin,
Yep.
which
Hobo
is not
MVP.
taken.
Oh, it is.
Tridentum Execrata. They had
They
a
got
level
level on the
on
rookie rule.
Ultar. Oh, it's Jesus.
Oh god. Right, this is a. Oh.
It's the most bloaty Necro team I've seen in my life.
Well, now the Agi 4 White has a catching partner, I guess. God, what a team.
What?
This is 2000 Necro.
Yeah. And it has a rookie white.
Sorry, that's a straight. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what I was saying there. I got the stat ups the wrong way around. I thought Faster Tor was strength 4.
Mm-mm.
Oops. Yeah, strength 4 wolf. Tasty stuff. All he needs now is Mighty Blow. Oh god, imagine if they get Mighty Blow. They're gonna lose both your. You're gonna lose both your golems, mate.
Yeah.
Accept that.
The golem tax is coming.
Yeah. In a major way. If it doesn't, man, the top 10 is bounty like something here. This is a. How often do you see 2000 Necro?
I mean, it's not that uncommon.
It's not uncommon.
Really.
It's not that uncommon. It's just a weird makeup.
It's just that you usually don't see them in Division 3, and usually you don't see them with a rookie white, because that's part of where your TV lies, right? Not in
What do you mean
agi
by
whites
they
and
see them in
strength
Division 3? You're saying that
zombies.
they normally don't. You're saying that by this point in development, you're normally in a higher division. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be next season, won't it? They've only got 2 games to survive, and there'll be a Div 2 team with 2000 TP.
hmm I also think a lot of those TVs in like odd places.
It is a lot of an odd place. I think you might get found out of it next season if they get promoted.
Yeah, no, still it looks pretty good.
It's a solid team. It's got good pieces, but it's just not like it's not fine tuned to the level that it like. Cause I feel like Div 2 is a bit of a step up.
It is.
It's like anyone can sort of drift up to Div 3, but once it gets to Div 2, you know that's a very serious level, and I feel like they might, you know, the odd levels and stuff like that might get found out a bit next season, but maybe not. I don't know.
Wait,
I haven't seen
where
them
is he
play.
on the leaderboard anyway? Is he getting to Div 2?
Well, that was a nice win for them. So...
Oh yeah, I mean he's 3rd, so it's probably Div 2.
Yeah, okay. If he's 3rd with that team, he'll probably be fine. I was more thinking if he was like 8th and he got promoted because of rerolls or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're 3rd, oh, they're probably going challenges
Yeah.
or playoffs even. They're in the race. That was a nice win for them at Barza.
They're doing well, but they, I don't know. Well, I would have to watch them play to see if they can really, you know, get the most out of the AG4, but I really doubt it. I really do.
There's not much you can really get out of it in an optimal way. So they have any reliable skills to go with the Agi.
It's
So the Agi actions are still super risky, kind of.
it's literally just a high of Lino right there with some skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
There was no other RG4 to help him out. Um,
Well, there's one other RG4.
that's true.
We'll take a look at the proper RG4 team, though. It's the Serpents of Innerlook. They got a level.
Uh-huh. Nice.
On their Blitzer with Sure Hands, he gets guard.
Cool.
It's sort of odd to see it on the Sure Hands, though. I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
I
what else are you
respect
going to
that.
take on him? I think you kind of need the guard.
What else are you gonna take on him? I
Yeah.
mean, I really think there's a lot of other things. He already has guard, and beyond the first guard, guard starts becoming exponentially less
Well, he's already
useful.
got 2 guard.
You could always go something along the lines of, I mean, I'd say stand firm, but you might as well take sidestep, really. But you want stuff like sidestep, you want stuff like fend. I don't know. I mean, guard isn't as bad here as it was on the other thrower, but I still think it's slightly odd.
Would you just skip then, do you think?
I think I would.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
Yeah, I think you value yeah, I think you value sidestep more than stand firm because it's an actually 4-piece. You want to sidestep to a spot where you can dodge out better.
actually, I said he only has one guard piece, but he has
Yeah,
two
he's
other
already
guard
got 2.
pieces.
Yeah, so now he's up to 3 guard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stats and doubles on this team. 4
It
doubles
is.
now. Thing is though, it feels a bit. It's quite. It's not very. It's quite a tall build. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you got those. You got all the cool positionals, but all the linemen have like no levels.
Right.
Whereas if you had a team, I don't know.
Which would be fine if you were playing Nurgle, but you're not.
I don't know. It might be alright. I mean, they've got some really cool pieces. To be fair,
Sure.
um, it just feels a bit like you've only got how many players are they up to now? 1, 2, 3. They have a bench actually. They have a bench of 1. No, yeah, they have a bench of 1. So that's not too bad. Wait, if I cancel that right, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like it. I feels like the line we're going to get cut through quite quickly against the bash, but I guess that's what the guard's for. Solid team.
I don't think guard is gonna do make a big
Yeah, that's the
difference
thing.
against
It's not
Bash
going to be
anyways. But
a level. It's not going to change. It's not going to be a game changer, but at least it wasn't on a thrower.
yeah. Right. Speaking of Bash, Doctors with Grog had some stuff happen to them, but not the good kind. He got a niggle on his rookie blocker, pediatric nurse who got fired
Yeah, the
instantly.
rookies took some damage here. Just an
Yeah, but
MNG
he got
as well.
replaced instantly. I mean, he was 0 SPP, so he doesn't really mind that too much, I don't think.
No.
Yeah,
But yeah,
just
all the key players still intact, still ticking along nicely. Anything close to a level? Not really. I mean, the level 4 blocker is an MVP away. From 47 and 51. Bit apart from that. Just slow dwarf life.
Right.
Just ticking over.
That is a-okay. Then as we move on to Dr. Flu's men, they got a level.
Yeah, they got a level on the dodge.
Gets guard, so he finally has a guard piece, other than the beast.
Yeah, big bit of guard that.
Yeah, it's good.
And they're kind of close to another one as well. The Niggled Claw Mighty Blow is 2 SPP away from guard. The Blodge Claw Mighty Blow is also 6 SPP away from guard, so we can just not die for a few more games. That'll be in. It'll be one of those teams where, like, is there going to be an off season for teams that don't make playoffs this season? I don't think there is.
Not that I know of.
All right. Well, they're spared the horrible thoughts of, do I enroll this in an off-season competition and potentially lose my best players, but I only need like 7 SPP or something.
Right.
But anyway, we've got 2 games to try and get 2 more guard. I think they can do it.
Yeah. Then lastly, well, almost lastly, the Velicast Ass Kickers, they got a couple levels. Nurilla, the Claw Mighty Blow Beastman, he gets
Piling on.
Piling on.
Sick.
So there's the
That
piling
killer is
on.
fully operational. Just needs probably tackle.
Yeah, just needs tackle really.
But you've already got a Mighty Blade tackle for the armor 7 fast people.
Just need something against the dodge high AV guys. They do exist.
Yeah,
I mean, Hummersep, as we'll see later in our recaps, there's like 4 Blodge Warriors or something.
that's true. But yeah, any other levels?
Perry the Rock, it's another Beastman, gets Dirty Player.
Nice. Up to 13 players as well.
Hmm
Sweet.
Very good. The Toxic Avengers
They're in
got
good
a
form.
single level.
Hmm
It was on their Beastman, the Wasting Soldier. Not sure if that's supposed to be Soldier.
Strength.
Strength. So he has another strength now. This is looking more and more like.
This is a serious team now, isn't it?
I think Jimmy's players died and got like reincarnated into this one, and I don't like it.
They switched sides and faked their deaths, and now they're playing for Zombie in a big time coup.
Yeah,
Yeah, got some nice strength.
it's a good strength thing now. Though it
That's
doesn't mean
another
he's probably
warrior.
not getting piling on.
It does delay, but yeah, I think you'll find delaying it for straight 4.
Yeah, goes tackle next, and then he's happy.
Yeah, or piling on.
Yeah, no.
But it looks like it looks so far. It looks like a fairly sensible. I think they will make the strength. Well, would you make the strength 4 piling on?
I wouldn't.
Probably not. Actually, I think you'd probably make the warp piling on because he's a bit less valuable.
I have like
If you were
Vietnam
going to pile
flashbacks
something
from
on.
my Amazon piling on days and my High Elf piling on days. I don't think piling on anyone.
That's because you took him without claw. Like
Uh,
claw might blow like. Although I guess if you're piling on to armor 7, it's not breaking. Then it's basically the same thing, right?
bloat. Piling on is bloat. You heard it here first.
You heard it from the Agi coach. I
Yeah.
think it's still. I think it's good to have one. I think it's good to have one.
Yeah.
Because on Nurgle you need it though, because you
One
need
day.
to be,
One
in
day.
certain matchups you just need to snowball. The piling on really, like having one piling on really helps you just get that one, at least that one removal of turn to like keep things ticking.
I'll win the Super Bowl without piling on.
You heard that here first.
Yes. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure I said that other places before, but you've heard it here like fourth, maybe.
Maybe.
So that was that in terms of last week's development. We'll go over next week's games real
He's
quick.
playing short for reference.
Ah, yeah.
It's not like he's playing Woodies.
No piling on woodies, new meta.
I wonder what the Wood piling on animation's like. I bet it's really cool.
Yeah, they put in a lot of work. No, not as cool as the Dark Elf one, but
That's true. The Dark Elf one is.
I mean, come on, it's the Matrix. It's just they put in way too much work there. Bassman's Grob playing against Freya's Guard. Bassman's Grob is missing a couple of players, namely, as I squint into my screen, a Block Blitzer and a Wrestle Tackle Kick Lino, but he's probably sacked. Yeah, this might be.
This is a really important game as well.
It is.
In terms of playoff implications, because I'll just read you the top 6 quickly. You've got Teocles on 25 points, 812. Claudian Freya's Guard in second place on 22 points. Dragonero, the Necro, on 21 in third. And then Basman's in fourth on 19. And Basman's has made himself a little bit of breathing room, but he's still fighting Halibs, Orcs, the Doctors with Grog. The Toxic Avengers are sneaking into Challengers contention as well as the Serpents of Innerith. They're all within a game. So Basman's is in a really must-win spot here. He kind of has to win. Everyone has to win here. It's a very exciting week.
Truly.
Who you got?
Good question. Freya's Guard are, I was gonna say high in TV, which might give maybe a season a wizard, but that's not gonna happen, is it?
No. Oh, it's tough. I don't know. I feel like the armor rate is going to be important because it's like Mighty Blade piling on, but armor rate makes it that much easier.
To be fair, though, Basman's Grub does have a sneaky git, so he
does
won't be afraid to foul, apparently.
That's true. The fouling game is going to be a big deal.
Sneaky git will win this game for him.
Sneaky Git will dissuade the piling on,
Yes.
which means that the Norse can't get the removal train going, and the Hyles will take it potentially.
It sounds about right.
Is there some logic there?
Yeah. That's about
Oh,
as crazy. That's crazy enough to be, workable.
I think I'm going to predict Basmus and apologise to Glaudian because I feel like most coaches would predict the North because we're both high up coaches. We're going to predict the Hiles.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna predict the Isles too. I don't know. Maybe just some bias left over from when I was playing Isles and I felt unbeatable. But yeah, I still think.
I am at that point now. Apart from my strong on thrower dying,
Yeah,
I
fair.
feel like I can't. I feel like I can't lose a game at the moment. So watch me lose my game next week.
Yeah.
But, oh. He's got a 40% win rate kind of side. If I lose that, then I don't deserve to go to playoffs.
Uh, I don't know if those win rate numbers are very important when it comes to matches.
I think they're kind of useful. I know most people don't think they're useful, but I think they're useful.
You probably psych yourself out more than anything.
No, I don't know. I feel like it's useful because it means you got to bring your best game.
Well, you become overconfident when your coach, your opposing coach has a 40% win rate.
Well, not overconfident, just like
I know.
you might be able to rely on a mistake. I don't know. I agree. It's probably going to bite me at some point, but so far it hasn't bitten me, so I'm going to keep on living dangerously with that. I think it helps me, but
If you say so, wherever works for you. I know it wouldn't
I'm
work
going
for
to
me.
use them in my show tomorrow. See what the popular opinion is.
Uh-huh. The Toxic Avengers against Tridentum Execrata. It's the, so many stats on the Necro.
Yeah,
It's
but quite a lot of stats on the
hideous.
Nurgle now too.
2 is above average, but I wouldn't say incredible.
I think this is going to be the game where the Agiup Necro gets a bit found out. And I think I'm going to predict Zombie in here.
Yeah, I was gonna
Which
say
kind of is bold. When you look at the team lineups, you sort of back the Necro every day, but I think
I probably want to back the Necro anyway.
I don't know. It's tough. History. Just checking stuff. Well, to be fair, Dragonero knows what they're doing. Okay, I guess I'll predict the Necro, but it's another must-win game for both teams.
I don't feel confident predicting this one, but I will because I have to.
Yeah, it's another. It's like I could flip a coin, but
It's my quote-unquote job.
yeah, I mean Dragonero can kind of afford to lose and still make challenges, but he needs to win to stay in playoff hunt. Zombie needs to win to stay relevant. Draw would hate both. So it could be an interesting game because neither of them wants to draw, so it could be interesting.
Well,
Like,
then again, Zombie is playing Nurgle, so I don't think he's too opposed to it.
he's playing Nurgle, but he also needs to win to get to challenges. And I think his team's at a point where he wouldn't mind playing challenges within that. Because if you think about it, challenges is now going to be massively overweighted with Div 5 teams. If you're Div 5
conviction
team,
is what
Zombie's team
decided
looks
games,
super
Zombie
scary.
would win, yes.
So I think Zombie wants to get challenges here.
I'll still go with the Necro.
Yeah, okay, I'll go Necro, but wins.
I mean, the smart one is on a tie, if you ask me. But
yeah, the smart one is on a tie, but you can't really predict a tie in this spot because neither of the coaches wants that. And you have to please somebody, so we'll please Dragonero this time.
I please myself mostly.
Eyebrows, right. Moving on to the next game, I
Valakas
suppose.
Ass-Kickers against Turogaikus. Bash.
Bash. I'll take the Valakas Ass Kickers there.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of have to, if anything, just based on
Based on the form book, based on, like, the, Claw versus Bash.
based on position on the scoreboard.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'm predict the Chaos. There's a fair bit of guard on the Orcs. They might be able to lock out the Chaos a bit. But
The Orcs are scary, then again, they have some TV in the oddly bloaty Goblins.
yeah, that's true. The goblins sort of give you an opening. Well, it's weird. The thing is, right, you look at the Valakas Ass Kickers, and the Warriors aren't that leveled at all. They've got a Rookie Warrior, one that's just a naked strength up, and only 2 guard out on the Warriors, and no real, there's no stand firm, they've got one with Claw. But they managed to go 8-2, 8-1-2, so
I
trying to
think
predict them.
part of that is keeping a relatively low TV while having Agi 5 carriers. They will get 200k worth of inducements here, which is probably a wizard and a babe.
Yeah, that might be. I think that is the trick because it's definitely it's a good team. I don't know. I think it's. I'm in this trap 'cause I know I would really struggle to play this team. I wouldn't know what to do with it, but Teocles knows what to do with it and running away with games. So yeah, with a wizard, I think God predict the chaos.
Mm-hmm. Altar of Acrobata against the Supremacist Runners. Yeah, I still don't feel confident in predicting the Kislev winning anything. I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, this is the Kislev versus the Guard Thrower. That'll be his debut. Thing is, right, the Kislev don't have any mighty blow. He's niggled. Actually, no, he'll be back. He'll be back for the next game.
Yes.
And he's going to do so much work against those armor 6
Yeah,
pieces.
I guess you're right. I mean,
You might imagine if he gets an MVP for Juggernaut. And he might get an MVP. There's only there's only 5. There's only 11 players. And it's going to be is it 2 MVPs and a touchdown, so it's like a not insignificant chance that he gets the MVP and levels up. Yeah, I think I'm going to predict Coach Cool here. Just seeing the Guard Thrower is just shaking my faith in the Pro team so much.
I guess.
It's just such a, I feel like it's such it just raises so many questions about like how you're playing the team if you take guard on a double on the thrower. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but it's just I'm still in shock.
I think it might be closer than I'd expect. I mean, this is not a horrible matchup for the Kislev, to be fair. They do like these Agi matchups usually.
Yeah, it's like Skaven. You're just sort of like you can kind of do a bit of Agi yourself, and you've also got killers, and they don't have killers, so you tend to win those ones because you're also just as quick.
I'll probably still go with the High Elves though.
Perhaps I'm gonna
Pro
go with
Elves.
Kislev. I feel like I've got bias because I've played Coach Cool, and I know that he's a good coach.
Okay.
And it's just the fact that he's playing Kislev, which is why he's in 11th.
Yeah.
I think I back him for the win here.
Okay. Dr. Flu's man against Rebel Ogre.
of
Usually
the
we
table
brush
now.
these off as an automatic win for whoever's the non-Ogre team, but the Ogres sort of tie a lot of games.
Yeah, they managed to string some ties together. They are going up against Claw though, which is always spooky.
True. Though they might do the classic Ogre thing and just completely outstrength the Nurgle.
Yeah, that's the worry, isn't it? I mean, there's only 2 guard here.
Yep.
And the beast is armor 8. Yeah, it might be. I mean, if you're going to predict an ogre win, I think now is the time.
I'm gonna predict the Ogre win because I like to be kooky, but you know.
Oh, you're not that kooky. This is like their most likely win of the season, apart from the bye week.
I really just wanted to use the word kooky for once in my life.
Congrats.
I've done it.
I'm going to also predict the ogres. So Fengraf, I feel like I don't think they're going to carry the team. They might carry the team on. They might get relegated. If this team gets relegated to Div 4, do you think it would do well?
Yeah, probably.
Probably would do a bit better. And Large is so good. And you've got the Agi 4 guard. Oh, sorry. I keep thinking, right, the Agi 3 guard ogre is a Noblar, it's in with the Noblars.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. It gets me every single week. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's even worse for me because I know that it's an ogre and I still think he's Agi 4 sometimes. Because in my mind, ogres are just Agi 3.
God, that'd be a bit crazy.
I don't know.
Oh.
So that's the ogre, and then lastly the Serpents of Inneruk versus the Hat-Tricks. We don't have a good track record at predicting the Hat-Tricks, and I'm reckoning it stays that way because I'm predicting the Dark Elves.
Oh. I'll predict the Dark Elves as well, I think.
They got
It's been a weird
wrestle
season for
tackle
Vaz. Like, he
against-
started off really well. He started off, up in 6th, and then he's dropped down to 10th, and he's out there running in the end. But I don't know. Yeah, I'll just look at the chalk team, and I mean they'll get some inducements, but The problem is the bulls aren't leveled enough for the to fight. You know, to safety properly. I guess you got the movement 7 Gobbo, but I don't think it'll be enough. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Dark Elves.
Yeah. Dark Elves from both of us there. So that was us. That was ye old recap for y'all. This time I think it was without any like weird technical issues, so that was amazing.
Yeah. In before, you know, you get to the recording and one of us is actually super loud. But,
yeah, it just like corrupts itself and there's no.
Yeah, it's fun. We're getting into this is the important part of the season now. You know, the top 6 teams are all top 7, top 8 teams are all still with a shout. So it's gonna be some decisive games.
Indeed. For
And
some,
theory,
this is the most
I
exciting
I don't have any
others.
free time this week, but the next week I should have free time. So
you
who
don't
knows?
have any free time this week? How many walks are you going on?
No, you know what I'm doing? I'm doing the bloody I'm recapping all the Div 5s in
You
one
told
go
me.
tomorrow. Yeah, I've also got Rebel Game Clan Game. I've also got Uni Work. I've also got what else am I doing? Imperium. What else am I doing? Mentoring 2 coaches. So also I'm not on the uni I do what I want when I want timetable anymore. I'm on the live like a normal person at home timeline. So
As normal as you can get nowadays.
yeah, as normal as you can get. So yeah, stay safe. Probably catch you next week.
Don't cough on people.
Yeah, good advice. I don't know. Hopefully none of them were doing that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
I got 2 Nurgle coaches, so maybe.
You said it. Okay. Either way, I see you next week.